Sentinels will rotate a third member over to B just to essentially fortify and be a bastion there right as the entry will come through. But Rise again trying to come on over. Shazam unexpectedly so makes his play over towards Gabe, able to get a lot of damage done but can't find the kill. So Superman for the first, and now all of a sudden Shanks from mid-map, he can actually dash on in and maybe clear a little bit extra space here as Rise attacks.
Yeah, he's had such, heavy mid control over towards that mid door for quite some time now, so he can be that extra angle of attack. They're going to flash through the Viper wall and start making some progress on that A site. Spike will go down. And basically the defense is being funneled through defending spawn. Shanks does get caught in mid, however, so it equals the numbers back up, and now Sentinels have something to launch off of.
And they're already here to contest Neptune. Guiding Light will go through, able to find the flash, but Tenz stays alive. Able to get the Cloud Burst in to gain separation while he's found at the top with the Marshal. But Neptune able to take one with him. Derrek still part of the play as well, just a little bit deeper. Good help coming.
Pistols. Ult is available for Neptune, so Seeker's going to give them a little bit of space, but not a whole lot of firepower to back it up.
No, not at all. Especially when you have Tenz on the other side. That's going to have the one-shot wonder of the operator in the mix. Aldrone able to free 6, so get a little bit further forward. And yeah, that's just going to be one of those problems that Rise is going to need to find a solution to, because that's free every day of the week and twice on Sunday for Sentinels.
Yeah, I mean, what they relied on before was just using their sky flashes to be able to get up middle and try to scare Sentinels away from taking these aggressive mid stances. But yeah, in a round like this, they don't have the resources to commit to that. And it's kind of getting eaten up right now. It's going to be 4-0 in favor of Sentinels, and maybe another flawless round for Sentinels. The second flawless round of the half. Try to make that progress, because yeah, they did had some interesting things go on their opening gun round against the Sentinels bonus. Like, they were able to get some space, able to make some things happen, but now they're starting to get picked apart. Forward progression again denied early on here. Tenz looking for a second, misses, able to dash away though in the bait.
Dapper though from the Cloud Burst, able to find two, tries to spam down for a third. Not able to quite lock it down, but Shazam is there for the help, and Tenz will make sure the front side of Cave stays safe. And yeah, this is going to be likely another flawless coming through unless Derrek can do something, but even doing something may not be enough. He's going to have to do a lot here. He's got every single Sentinel member looking at him. And yeah, another flawless comes through in
That's
Rise.
So unreal.
Ooh, a curve over towards B. Rotating over, though, is Shazam. So he's going to be playing topside platform. And this is going to be a really good look for him. Yep, sees all the information again. No utility needed for that bit of intel, though.
On target.
Yeah, able to step out and grab Neptune as well. Spot Superman, he's done for as well. And Shazam getting all the intel he needs, as well as bringing members down. Spots to Spike. Does eventually go out, but Dapper and Tenz able to trade right back, no problem. And it's going to be 6-0 for Sentinels. And while this is not a flawless round, this is probably the have in place for that. But it seems like right now they're struggling to even just get a platform to launch off of.
Well, this time, all 5 members, save just Shanks, are going to be making their way over towards B.
I mean, that's tough, too. Look at that. They're having the cost of Trailblazer just to clear out elbow position. That doesn't really give you anything. You're not getting top middle. You're not, threatening B tunnel. You're not really gaining a whole lot from that. All you're really doing is making sure that you're not getting pushed mid. And then you're just kind of sitting back in a holding pattern. I mean, look at all the utility they're spending just to make sure they're not getting pushed mid right now.
Yeah.
It's tough because I feel like that's not really maximizing the value of that utility.
Well, the Aldrone also came out defensively to make sure there was no counter push coming from Rise as well. So Sentinels are going to feel pretty confident that they're safe in mid-map. Flash also came through just to make sure that Shazam could peek one more time. Then, yeah, nothing has been seen. So 50 seconds on the clock, and Supa is actually rotating back over towards A. Could be a fake wall, then execute to B, which it does seem like that very well may be the case. But that means that you got a 3v2 over towards B. You have to effectively clear.
At least Shanks is going to build off of this. It's not just the wall being thrown out there. He's actually going to put pressure with the daggers. That's going to help sell the fake even more. He's going to lay some smokes down. He's definitely keeping A interested, but he's not done enough to cause the full rotation. Sick is still playing inside B side. He's still got a teammate in B tunnels. He's found the opening pick.
And that's not great because Zombs watching the cross angle. Oh no, it's all gone wrong. You have to appreciate the energy, but the efficiency of it, not quite there. 15 seconds on the clock. Spike has been alleviated over towards the B zone itself. And of course, all Sentinels are going to rotate over. This is going to be another lost round. It is one of those that it feels like, okay, like Rise, we started to put together the right play. But at the same point, like you did.
In the vicinity when the attack came in and were able to handle it just fine.
Oh boy. Well, this is when the rubber meets the road here for Rise. Need to find something. Tenz is starting to feel really feisty, too. Even pulling out the blades here. Fury Orb comes through. Flashpoint also a mix. Dapper, though, watching the corner. Finds 2 more again. It's just the crossfire setup. How do you get rid of this? Apparently, you just don't. All 5 men.
I mean, that's twice now that Daps from that corner position by mid-doors has been able to line up a multi-frag with very little response out of Rise to retaliate.
Oh, now the Viper's pit defensively will lock down B.
Yep.
Heavy defensive stack on numbers for Sentinels over towards
Sick
A.
as mid.
Yeah, where do you go? I mean, this is a slice of Swiss cheese with no holes in it at the moment. But Rise able to find one, but that may be about it. Even trades coming through. Even Tenz with the Sheriff. My goodness. Defending lockdown also in play, and that's going to be trouble here for Rise. Even though they do destroy it, but there's nowhere to go. Shanks tries to dash away, but Tenz was waiting for it. And now it's just down to Derrek up top. Tenz going to hit that shot, but that's fine. Sick is there for the assistance, and it's a 9-0 early.
He's got the Sheriff on,
sure.
on Halls. Without that, I think that the trading was actually going okay for Rise. They were starting to, again, get that multi-prong attack on A, starting to get some space. It's just when Tenz is able to find Sanctuary at Pyramid and get that second frag, it just changed everything. And then, hell, Shanks just dashes out into oblivion. I mean, they just seem like they're lost.
Definitely not great. Sick able to read that there are two players through the elbow. Trailblazer, guiding lights will go out. Zombs still feeling pretty greedy over towards B, and why not? He hasn't really been dealt with at all yet. Nope. He's going to have help on the rotation through mid. Here comes the hit from Rise. All 5 members coming through. Derrek able to find one. Okay, opportunity here. The defensive toxic screen, not going to be allowed to see too much, but Zombs is using that to his advantage so darn well. Finds 2. Had a really solid read on where the third would have been coming from, but can't quite find the triple. And with that, maybe a chance to actually get the spike planted.
Maybe, but there's Hunter's Fury available. And that is going to stall out that plant right now. And Dapper comes in for a couple off the back of it. Superman is able to respond, but it's still a tough 2 versus 2 with Spike still not planted.
And Dapper's on the backside, trying to open up a little bit more space. Sentry turret down. Jake's going to get revealed and dealt with. Shazam able to find that kill, no problem. Super on the corner, can't block down the shots. Had maybe an opportunity for an impressive...
Rise's map pool woes. When you have Icebox as a weakness and you haven't played Breeze yet in Official to really know where you stand, it makes it really hard to navigate this series.
That's something we brought up even during their run for Challengers 2. You know, yeah, it was one of those win 2 before you lose 2 situations. They were able to do that, but only if barely. And they still, we kind of talked about it when we were watching it over live, was there are some big gaps for not just Rise, but a number of teams when it comes to Breeze being added in the map pool and maybe not being necessarily as well versed on it as you need to be. First couple of kills coming through for Sentinels, 5v3 situation. And honestly speaking, Rise has been trapped here in the middle of the map with Seekers chasing him down.
At least have been able to get Shazam back here, so able to get a little bit of mid control established. They have the push here through A halls as well by Derrek, and he might even be able to get a little bit of a flank off here on Tenz. Actually spots Dapper and Tenz and gets them both, and that is what they finally needed to break something open. It's a nice aggressive flank maneuver.
Wait, what? Wait, what? What did we just watch?
I don't know, but if Zombs wins this 1 versus 2, you might as well stick a fork in Rise for this map. They need to close this.
Yeah. They've got a good post-play position. That's the decent kind of situation at the moment. Toxic Screen can play with time here. Zombs is fully healthy, though, but has to clear so much space.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the biggest issues. You just don't know if there's someone lurking behind a box somewhere. Rise
no utility
very well,
either to cover yourself.
Yeah, Rise very well should have this round, no problem. But Zombs, of course, going to give it a go. Why not? More than enough economy to play with. So you'll toggle, just maybe see if there's any information. He will catch the spike in. Nice overhead view of where exactly the snake bite's coming out, and there will not be enough time to defuse here. And super beyond that.
Sentinels, and it might have been not only flawless rounds that Sentinels have been getting all game long, but a flawless map. But at least Rise able to put that one on the board.
And who knows what they have defensively for us. You would love to get this second round, though, just to keep the potential of a dramatic comeback alive. But Shazam will find first blood. That's up the middle of the map. Shanks walking into sight through the toxic cloud. But he will be revealed, and oh boy. Now all of a sudden, Sentinels will be very aware of the threat, and Seekers will have to come through, largely just to make sure that there's some sort of an exit here for Shanks.
Yeah, lockdown going in here for Dapper, though, to try to kind of entrench on this site. Shanks still able to get the pick onto Tenz. They're starting to make some forward progress here, trying to see if they can get all the way and stop this lockdown, but Dapper going to disallow that, and now they're in some real trouble.
Who's going to commit for the plant, though? Nobody will be detained by this. Neptune going to be shrugged back, and oh my goodness, the damage is severe. Shazam still a part of this hit, just not really giving her to the site. We'll find one and a second. Sick also a part of it, and my goodness, I wouldn't even call it a retake. It's just a recontest of what was a post plant. Unbelievable resiliency from Sentinels again.
Yeah, it was a consistent theme throughout the half, just Rise in a bunch of rounds where they only lost 1 player. So they really did pretty much clean sweep that half. The win blemish, which I'm sure they're not too upset about. In their 3 games they played on Breeze prior to this, they won no less than 4 attacking rounds. So
yep.
That should put them on pace to close, but we'll see if Rise can try to muster up something here. As we see Sentinels just playing a pretty spread offense here, kind of keeping tabs on any type of push through cave while also, you know, clearing out elbow position and just kind of keeping their options open.
And they're making a little bit of noise. Shazam also in position to potentially seek out some information over towards A. It looks like the Spike is happy to rotate that direction for what eventually seems to be a hit. Now, defensively, for the side of Rise, they are a little short-handed here because you've got no slow orbs. You've got really no decay ability either because both your Sage and your Viper are on the other side. And here comes the information, and with that also the hit. Still not rotating, though, as Rise. Sentinel's already taking away a lot of space, but the Cyber Trap will be there for Derrek. Able to find one. That'll be a good start for the defense.
Yeah, they're able to start kind of backing up and just kind of playing these longer range battles now with the pistols. As Sentinels, though, able to close in on Pyramid, get the Spike down, get a frag back to themselves, get it back into a 4-on-4 situation. Now they can just kind of use this wall as sanctuary and kind of force Rise to press forward.
Not expecting the immediate response, though, but Rise still come away with a 3-for-1. So it is just down to Shazam, 1v3 situation, playing a bit more of a passive angle. Does he have a look at where the Spike is planted is the real question. No, he did not, because there is a wall down in front of him. Oh, but Shazam able to find one, able to find two, but not able to get over the top of the wall for the third. The boys sticking for the defuse will allow Rise the pistol win.
Indeed it. And so that'll keep him going. That'll get him onto SMGs, and we are seeing a pretty decent investment, though, from Sentinels. They're going to get some Sheriffs and a Marshal out there. They're not looking to full save. They're looking to invest, and we'll see if they can throw a wrench in the plans of Rise with it.
And 4 kills with a plant. Sentinels feeling frisky. Maybe pulling out the old strat from the playbook, the we're just better strat, and just let's see what happens. I mean, you would have a lot of ground to stand on if you wanted to make that argument that at the moment you are just better. But Rise, pretty solid defense, and now some extra weapons to try to fortify whatever they decide to do here. And you, well, for a moment, so you have 3 members over towards B. Again, there's really no ability for Rise to even check nor clear mid-map, though. That's the big problem.
Yeah, it is indeed. Sentinels do have a lot of space here, but it's about making that next breakthrough and actually getting onto one of these sites. It's going to come down to timing, as there is a cam watching that mid-doors position, waiting to see if Sentinels are indeed looking to approach in that direction. In the meantime, Tenz is holding on to middle. He's making sure no one's rotating through B, through mid just yet. There is still plenty of defense, though, in place at Halls and in the site itself, and they're very aware of this mid-doors attack.
Shanks for 1, but the immediate response from Sin. Also tagged up to the play with Derrek. He's going to try to have to lock things down with the Odin, or pardon me, the Ares, and will be able to do so with 2. Tenz still able to gain some space to work with up towards the front side of site. Boys trying to meet him. Tenz still finds one, dashes away. And the door will be shut into play, but not quite fast enough. Boys able to find one in return, and it just falls onto the shoulders of Tenz. 1v2 situation with the Sheriff, and Supa will clean things up. So
bonus, and they need to somehow find a way to convert this, otherwise they are going to be against the Sentinels map point.
You win this one, though, if you're Rise and you start to maybe establish a little bit of confidence. Hey, we can play up against these guys. Let's just not let that offensive half dictate the entire series.
Look at how free Sentinels are getting mid, man. They are already in B tunnels this early in the round. And the drone's
drone
clearing out that front corner.
It's just such a lack of information here from Rise overall. Boys has to respond to whatever comes his way almost immediately. Tenz already through, trying to work his way onto site. The toxic screen providing a bit of a deterrence, but is it large enough is the question. Boys for 1. Again, the double focus that he has to pull. You see him just looking left, looking right. Sentinels are all over this site. They've completely isolated, looking for Shanks to peek. Yeah, Sid gets that challenge. They'll probably more, and sit for 3. That'll lead to a plant, and Derrek will have to find a way to navigate a
point, and they'll have 9 chances to win in regulation from that point forward. And you can already just see the stark contrast in affluency and just comfortability. You know what, Sentinels being able to take top mid control.
Yeah, very fair point. But we'll see what they can put together here. Backs up against the wall for map number 1. A map that, again, like we had mentioned, and the desk had touched on, we've never seen Rise play this map, and I think we're starting to realize maybe why. Sentinels very quickly on towards the A site. The only defensive member actually on the site is Derrek, and he only has a Marshal, but quickly on the flank. Shanks is trying to make a play from behind. The Seekers, I believe, will scout that out, no problem. Neptune trying to assist from the side door, and Shanks has actually found 2 kills. Not bad. Keeps the play defensively, maybe alive for a touch longer than you'd like if you're Sentinels, but it all falls down to Neptune, and he will very quickly fall. 13-3, the first map, and if you tuned in late, well, sorry, you missed map 1 pretty quickly.
Thrown out, yes, you lose a fight, but after that, Rise cannot get that split into any of those sites on Freeze.
No, and Sick just taking those aggressive peaks, winning those gunfights. I believe when he was over at B, he challenged a 1v3 and was still able to walk away with 2 kills, which was incredible. But Vansili, you and I said that if Rise were to try to make this happen,